reading today really does speak the truth. There is a time to cry and a time to laugh. Mr. Bronowitz and I think it is time for all of us to have a little laughter in our lives. So sit back and relax and enjoy this parody of a famous comedy skit adapted by the brilliant Mr. Bronowitz. The setting is his imaginary first day of work at Parrish. Well, Mr. Bronowitz, I see that you got the job.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much, Dr. Morgan. If you are the director of Parrish Virtual, you must know all of the teachers.
I certainly do.
Well, you know, I've never met the staff, so you'll have to tell me their names and what they teach. That way I'll know who I'm working with.
Oh, I'll tell you their names. But you know, it seems to me that they give these teachers nowadays very peculiar names.
You mean funny names?
Strange names, pet names like the Mad Chemist.
I see. Well, who do I get to work with this year?
Well, let's see. We have as teachers, who's teaching math, what's teaching English, I don't know his history.
That's what I'd like to find out.
I say, who's teaching math, what's teaching English, I don't know is teaching history.
Are you the director of Parrish Virtual?
Yes.
And you don't know the teachers' names?
Well, I should.
Well, then who's teaching math?
Yes.
I mean the math teacher.
Who?
The teacher for math.
Who?
The math teacher.
Who?
The person teaching.
Who is math?
I'm asking you who's math.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
That's it.
That's who.
Yes.
Look, you got a math teacher?
Certainly.
Who's teaching math?
That's right.
When you pay off the math teacher every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it.
All I'm trying to find out is the person's name teaching math.
Who?
The guy that gets...
That's it.
Who gets the money?
He does. Every dollar of it. Now, sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
Look, all I want to know is when you hire the first math teacher, how did he sign his name?
Who?
The guy.
Who?
How does he sign?
That's how he signs it.
Who?
Yes.
All I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name teaching math?
No. What is teaching English?
I'm not asking you who's teaching English.
Who's teaching math?
One subject at a time.
Well, don't change the teachers around.
I'm not changing nobody.
Take it easy, buddy.
I'm only asking who's the guy teaching math.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
What's the guy's name teaching math?
No. What is English?
I'm not asking you who's teaching English.
Who's teaching math?
I don't know.
She's history. We're not talking about her.
Now, how did I get in history?
Why, you mentioned her name.
If I mentioned the history teacher's name, who did I say was teaching history?
No. Who is teaching math?
What's teaching who?
What's teaching English?
I don't know.
She's history.
There I go again, back in history. Would you just stay on one subject and don't get off of it?
All right. What do you want to know?
Okay, let's stay with history. Now, who's teaching history?
Why do you insist on putting who in history?
What am I putting in history?
No, what is in English?
You don't want who in English?
Who is teaching math?
I don't know. History. Look, you got a science department?
Sure.
The biology teacher's name.
Why?
I just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, then tell me who's teaching biology.
No, who's teaching math?
I'm not staying in the science department. I want to know what's the guy's name teaching biology.
No, what is English?
I'm not asking you who's teaching English.
Who's teaching math?
I don't know. History. The biology teacher's name.
Why?
Because.
Oh, he's physics.
Look, you got a sports team at school?
Sure.
The football coach's name.
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you now.
Then go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow are you going to tell me who's the football coach?
Now listen, buddy. Who is not a coach?
I'll break your arm if you say who's teaching math. I want to know what's the football coach's name.
What's in English?
I don't know. History. Got a basketball coach?
Certainly.
The coach's name.
Today.
Today. And tomorrow's the football coach.
Now you've got it.
All we got's a couple of days coaching. Look, you know, I'm the director of the Honor Council.
So they tell me.
A student gets sent to my office for math. Now, after I talk to him, I send him back to who?
Now that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
That's all you have to do.
Is send him back to math.
Yes,
Now, who gets him?
naturally.
Look, if I send him back to math, somebody's got to have him. Who has him?
Naturally.
Who?
Naturally.
Naturally?
Naturally.
So I send the student back to naturally.
No, you don't. You send him back to who?
Naturally.
That's different.
That's what I said.
You're not saying it.
I send him back to naturally.
You send him back to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
That's what I said.
You ask me.
I send him back to who?
Naturally.
You ask me.
You send him back to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
Same as you. Same as, oh my gosh. I send the student to who? The bell rings, and it's time for English. Who sends him to what? What sends him to I don't know. I don't know what sends him to tomorrow. A day's done. Now it's B day. He goes to because, why, I don't know. She's in history, and I don't give a darn.
What?
I said I don't give a darn.
Oh, that's our chaplain.
Aha! We hope you enjoyed your joyful day.